Greetings and welcome, Thrift Family, to another episode of the Thrift Store Prepper. And we've got another almost out of date MRE review in store for you today because we had so much fun last time. I figured I'd do it again. And MRE reviews are something I've had a secret ambition to do for quite some time, and I actually got to achieve that ambition last week by bringing you the meat stick almost out of date MRE review. And I do have a whole case of MREs that I will be reviewing over the coming weeks for you, for your enjoyment or displeasure, or which will make you unsubscribe, as so many seem to do. Although I do believe part of the AI algorithm is involved in that. But let's forget about that. Let's get into MREs, because these are things I'm pretty excited about. I have a little bit of a, I don't know, fetish for, I guess, for want of a better word. But there's certainly things that I do find excitable and a little bit interested. And here we have today's MRE. And I may have given this a little bit of a spoiler last week and give away which one we will be reviewing. And the reason we're reviewing this one, and we'll look at what we've got today, it's the apple maple rolled oats. So it's an oatmeal, but the reason we're doing this one is because like the maple meat stick that we reviewed in the last MRE review, I had doubles of these in my MRE, my first case of MREs that I purchased from eBay that are almost out of date. They go out of date October 2019, so they're almost at their shelf life, but they do last sometime beyond that, at least a year, maybe two, if you're lucky. Maybe not all the components will be edible, but certainly the retort pouches and stuff will have a little bit of a shelf life beyond the expiration on the packet. So what I did with the doubles is toss them into my dollar store bug out bag. So I have two MREs in there. My bug out bag is pretty complete. We might have to have a look at that one day, but today we're looking at this MRE, the apple maple rolled oats, which is a breakfast menu, and last week was the hash browns and the maple meat stick, which is pretty good as it happens, although we did have a failure with the flameless heater. So we're gonna see if this one works better this time. And I actually have some reading glasses now to read the instructions. Now it says on the packaging, I don't know if you can see there, open here. Now I have tried my hardest to pull this apart, but it doesn't seem to want to. So we get our little baby box cutter and we'll just slice that open. Did we open it? No, that was pretty shit, but let's try again. Okay, so we've opened it up. Let's take everything out, and as I say, we're probably going to save these bags. I don't know why, just because I like them, and that's the only reason. So I'm going to put the items here, and we'll look at them one at a time. So let's get the first thing out. So this is the heatless, yeah, it was heatless last time, but the flameless Russian heater. Excuse me, I have hiccups. So let me put my reading glasses on and read what this has to say. And my reading glasses come from the dollar store for $1.25, in case anyone's wondering. Everything's from the dollar store, or nearly everything. So tear the flameless Russian heater bag open where indicated, which there we can see the notch, the tear notch there, and the perforations. Lay the heater bag down and immediately, open where indicated and add water to the indicated fill line, which I think we went a little bit over the fill line last time and had a little bit of mishap with the water leaking. But there was a comment in the selling description that said that there is a chance that the flameless Russian heater might not work because they are getting a little bit old. So anyway, lay the heater bag down and immediately place the food widthwise on the heater portion of the bag. So the heater portion is there at the bottom. So we tried to put it in the bag last time. That's where we went wrong. Fold the top portion of the heater round over the pouch and tuck the open end of the bag back under. So that's what we kind of have to do, is do that, roll it kind of like a taco, whereas last time we put the entrees inside. So hopefully we'll get that to work at some point, and we'll pause the video and take it outside to do that. So that's the first thing. Let's put that somewhere in the picture. There we go. So we can see we've got one of those. And the first item is something I'm excited about. It's the good old MRE crackers. Now last time we had the MRE bread, we didn't have the cracker. But this one looks in pretty good condition, nice and airtight. There doesn't seem to be any air escaping here, and I'm looking forward to hearing the hiss for myself in real life. So that's something we're going to be looking forward to. Put the cracker up. MRE accessory pouch. We've got our coffee in there by the looks of things, some sugar and wet naps, all the stuff that is pretty standard. And there you can see was the MRE spoon from my very first MRE review, and that's with the mascot crew and the little TSP shrine that we've got going on there. I just realized we can't see Thrift little prepper baby. There he is. So we'll put that up there, the accessory pack in front of the flameless heater ration. Why do I keep calling it the heatless heater? But it was a heatless heater last week. So what do we, oh my goodness, the peanut butter, MRE peanut butter. I'm looking forward to that in the cracker so much. What do we got here? This looks like a beverage, and we've got electrolyte beverage powder similar to the orange we had last, like a Gatorade, and this is a fruit punch flavor. So tuck that in behind the crackers and the peanut butter in front. What do we have here? Oh, another Pop-Tart toaster pastry. This one is frosted brown sugar. Yum 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 yum. Don't know if you can see that here. Maybe we'll prop it up against the fireplace. Oh my goodness, this is really exciting. I've always wanted to try this one. I've been watching previous MREs of my own. MRE's applesauce. Now this is applesauce. It's got, what's this? Maltodextrin for increased performance. I think this gives you some energy and caffeine and stuff. But wow, can't wait to try that one. So let's put the apple sauce, peanut butter there. What's this one? We've got another cocoa beverage powder. We had one of those in the last count, so it looks like we're going to be getting another MRE mochaccino. So the cocoa beverage, we'll try to lay out here. So you kind of see a little bit, and I guess this is the entree. The last item in the pouch is the maple apple oatmeal. This seems a bigger pouch than the last ones we had. So you know what? Because this is oatmeal, even if the flameless heater the flameless Russian heater, my goodness, why do I have so many difficulties with that? So if that doesn't work, we might just eat this from the bag without it. So hopefully excuse me, it will work. So let's put it in its little box thing like that, and that's the contents of this particular MRE. So that's a pretty decent looking breakfast, certainly more than I eat for breakfast. In fact, I don't even eat breakfast. I usually only have coffee and a smoke. But if this was my breakfast, it would be quite a filling looking one by all means. So okay, I guess I'm going to have to get myself some boiling water to make ourselves our MRE mochaccino. And I think that's the only thing. Let's get the accessory pack out and open that up just to see what we have in there. I may even save one of these one day and give it away as a wheel of thrift price. So as always, we've got our MRE spoon, and I'm finding something very comforting about these. Awesome. Napkin, always get a napkin. Here's our MRE instant coffee, 100% coffee it says. I haven't actually tried this on its own, so maybe what we could do is perhaps, we'll figure it out as we go. But I was going to maybe make the coffee and then add the cocoa beverage afterwards. King sugar, 2 packets of brown sugar. Our coffee mate. Oh, we might even add this to the oatmeal, make it a little bit more creamy. And salt and pepper, although I don't think we're going to be needing that on any of these items, but salt and pepper is here. A little joke I made last week. And we got a little fresh snap, as always. Pretty standard stuff in the accessory kit. So we're going to have to get some boiling water going on, and we're going to have to get some water to put in this. So while I do that, I'm going to put you on pause and you'll see me outside, and hopefully the, what's it called? The ration heater, the flameless ration heater will work this time, and maybe we'll do a better job than we did last week where we made a bit of a pig's ear of things. But other than that, we've got some pretty interesting items to be going on with. Certainly the toaster pastry is a little bit similar to something we had last week. We've got a different flavored fruit punch to try, and I'm very excited about trying the MRE crackers and the peanut butter and Zapple sauce out of this one. More exciting than the entree indeed. So let's put our little things up here just to show it all off, because I'm kind of getting a bit geeky about this type of stuff. I don't know, but MRE reviews are something I'm enjoying greatly doing as video content for you all to watch, and hopefully you enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them. And maybe if there's some of you viewers out there who feel like sending me an MRE to review, please do so, because I would love to review your MREs that you send me. So let's get on and get the things we need, and we'll see you outside and see if we can get our flameless ration heater working this time. So hey, here we are outside, and take 2 with the flameless ration heater experiment. So I have my entree here, the apple maple rolled oats, and here you can see the Dollarama solar light that I finally got a chance to charge up today. So let's remove top like it said, and hopefully let's not put too much water in this. So okay, that's to the fill level. Let's lay it down. Let's put our food in. And tuck it underneath, and hope and pray that this works. So let's watch it for a couple of seconds, see if anything happens. Like we did last time, where nothing happened. We did lose a little bit of water, but I don't think that's from the bag, that's from what I spilled prior. So not sure if it's doing anything. But let's just watch and wait and see. You know what? Let's put it up on there. Oh, a little bug just crawled out from underneath. Oh. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Let's just pause for a second. There you can see him running off over there, little earwig type thing. So I'm just going to pause you for a second. Okay, I actually come in close and listened, and you can actually hear. I don't know if you can hear anything, but I can hear a little sizzling or cracking sound. Can't feel any heat, But who knows, maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we won't. So let's pause. I'm going to take you in. We're going to make the other stuff while we're waiting for this to maybe heat up or not. So see you inside. Hey, so I'm back. So the flameless ration heater may or may not be doing its thing outside, but for now let's concentrate on what we have inside. So I got myself a little cup here. What we're going to do is let's throw the coffee in and try it on its own, because I've yet to do this. And see what the coffee tastes like. Now, I'm not going to add the sugar to my coffee because I can't stand sugar in coffee or creamer. We will add that to the hot cocoa beverage. But for now, let's add a little bit of water. See what our instant coffee tastes like as the first part of our breakfast. We'll give a little stir with our MRE spoon. Oh my god, if the coffee's anything to taste, will come off the spoon. This isn't going to be a nice coffee experience. I don't know if you can see it in there. Maybe we're coming to a little... So, I'm not making too much. There's about 8 tablespoons of water just under in there to make the coffee. I don't even know what to say about that. It's not Nescafe, it's not regular coffee, it's yeah. Well, I guess it's better than no coffee. So where we've got that there, I had a couple of sips of it. Certainly nothing to write home about, people. But that is the infamous MRE coffee. Let me have another sip just to make... I mean, I don't know if you'd get used to that. I mean, I do kind of like a relatively decent cup of coffee for one of the few pleasures in life I have. This kind of tastes like, so saying you've made a pot of coffee and you've run the water through the grinds, but you then rerun the water through the same grinds, and this is kind of what that would taste like the second filtration of the coffee. Certainly not like a cup of coffee that I would recognize. It certainly doesn't have that Nescafe type of instant coffee flavor about it. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I keep drinking it, but while we've got the boiling water, let's get our cocoa beverage out in a... If I can get this open. There we have it. The cocoa beverage is open. You know what? I'm just going to finish the coffee. Sorry, it's pretty gross and hot. So I'm trying to drink it as quickly as I can without tasting it and without it burning my mouth at the same time. So there was the MRE coffee finished. So this is a little bit of the boring part because we seen this last week. So let's fill this up. I think maybe a little bit more. Shake that away from the camera. Yeah, I did give that a little bit too much of a cut and we've got a leakage. So we probably won't be saving this particular MRE beverage bag because I did cut a little bit of the Ziploc part off there, if you can see. So why I shook it off camera. But that's a shame because I do like the packaging, but we've got so many more. I'm pretty sure we'll come across another one That's a little bit of a shame. So we're gonna, you know what, let's save the sugar and the creamer for the oatmeal in case we need that to add some flavor. So there's the nice kind of chocolate beverage to take away that nasty coffee smell. So let's put the hot water away because we don't need that again. Excuse me. So let's just put that to the side. Pop my reading glasses out of the way. Now I do have my takeout tray to display and put the items on, so I don't know if that is any better for you. Let's move these out of the way for now. And what did I have to try next? The electrolyte beverage drink. So again, it's a waste. Oh, I don't know if you've seen the puff of red stuff that come out. Let me smell this. Oh my goodness, that smells just like Hawaiian punch. Oh yeah, that's very, very. So we're gonna pour that into this glass of milk, which I think is what they tell you to do. So 12 fluid ounces. So I believe this is 12 fluid ounces. It's not actually Dasani, it's water from the tap. It's just the bottle that I saved. So let's pour our fruit punch powder in. That nearly overfilled. I think we've got a little bit left. Yeah, we did get a bit of a spillage. Never mind. Never mind. It's maybe a little too much water. Well, I'm going to save that because I could probably rinse it out and get some more fruit punch. So let me just wipe off the spillage. And you know what we're going to use with that? On a little napkin. And it's not a very strong napkin. We can wipe that up. Let's see what our electrolyte beverage tastes like. And it smells a lot more than it tastes. Maybe I need to give it more of a shake up. Maybe add the rest because there's still a little bit of powder left in here. So just to show you we get everything out. That probably makes a difference, but I'll probably rinse that out and see what little residue I can get out of it later. So there's my electrolyte beverage mix. Very red. It smells very, very strong and fruity. Let me try it again now that I've added a little bit more, and give it a bit of a shake. Straighten up the camera there. Make sure we've got no red stuff, although the red stuff is everywhere. Kind of like the glitter. The beverage powder gets into everything. So let's give that a taste. Yeah, that's not bad. Actually tastes better than the orange stuff. Certainly not. I mean, it's very artificially flavored, but the orange one tasted very artificial, whereas kind of this, I think you kind of know that it's going to be artificial from the off. So let's get our toaster pastry out. And what one flavor is this? Frosted brown sugar. And it is an actual Pop-Tart. Look at that. It's a real Pop-Tart in the packaging. Let's put that to the side. I'll put that in there. But here's the one that I'm really looking forward to. The where's the tear notch? Let's see if we get the hiss. was. Did you hear that? Oh my God, that was so cool. I wish I could do it again, but we can't. It's a one-time thing, but that was fucking awesome. Wow. Simple things in simple minds, as they say. So, the MRE cracker. And actually, there's quite a few. So, whoa. Awesome. Look, one is completely intact. So, that's pretty good. And sadly, this one is a little bit broken. Oh my goodness. That is so bland, but somehow so very comforting. Wow, MRE crackers. Kind of like saltines, but like not as crumbly. Like saltines are very delicate. This one's kind of got a little bit more rigidness to it. So let me try a little bit more. It's a very pleasant cracker. Almost has a similar kind of flavour to baby rusks. If you're in England, the Farley's rusks are actually quite delicious and something I used to like to eat instead of cookies. But kind of a little bit of that similar flavour there. So we're going to save those crumbs to sprinkle in our oatmeal. Waste not, want not. And here is another exciting part. Trying the peanut butter. Now the thing to do here is try and get the smallest hole you can. And the smaller the hole, the more kind of control you get. You kind of squirt some out there. So we've got our peanut butter on a cracker. And let's try the peanut butter MRE experience. That's a pretty good peanut butter, actually. Pretty good indeed. So put a bit more. And this kind of reminds me of the in jail when you order peanut butter from the commissary. It kind of comes a little bit similar to this, but maybe half the size. Like the kind of similar to the yogurt tubes that you get. And that's kind of what this is reminding me a little bit, getting the peanut butter in the package. But that's just such a cool thing, peanut butter in an MRE packaging. I don't know why. So we can kind of put that at the back there and try a little bit more. And let's see if Mr. Little Shit wants some. Never mind. He's not hungry. Actually, let's put the crackers in there as one course. Because what we might be doing is this is another exercise. So there's a lot of apple going on in this particular MRE. Oh, look what we forgot to use so far. We're clean up with that. So the salt and pepper we didn't need. We're going to put that to the side. Maybe that will be a Wheel of Thrift mystery prize or mystery bag. So the Zapple sauce. We get some on the spoon. What the hell? I ripped it. Oh, there it is coming out. I think we nearly knocked over our cocoa. I don't know if you can see a little bit there. Not sure what that tastes like, but let's get rid of that and let's dump our Zapple sauce out into the container. Trying to get as much of it out as we can. Oh, we've got a spillage. That always happens, and just as we don't cry over spilled ramen, we don't spill over spilled Zapple sauce. And I am a little bit interested to get a decent spoonful of this. So let's try and clean up still what we spilled. Oh, that's just made it worse with the napkin. And have a little taste of this before we go and check up again on our flameless ration heater. See how that's working, but let's get a bit of a better Zapple sauce spoonful for you. That's what it looks like. I like the Zapple sauce. I wonder if it tastes good with a little bit of a cracker, peanut butter and apple, you get me? I've got sticky hands now, so let's put a bit of peanut butter, dip that in with some Zapple sauce. That's a good combination. A little sip of the hot cocoa. Oh, the Pop-Tart. Somehow it's opened itself. So you pretty much, if you've ever had a Pop-Tart before, I'm pretty sure you're kind of... Well, this one certainly feels different. It feels like wax. It doesn't... It's very hard. It doesn't feel like the Pop-Tarts that you get from the stores. That's for sure. And it still tastes very similar. Obviously the brown sugar and the cinnamon. You got the cinnamon frosting. That's actually pretty good. So we pretty much tried a little bit of everything so far, except for our entree. So let's go see how the the flameless ration heater works. Although there is a good chance it's going to be heatless, but we'll find out once we're outside. Well, I'm not sure if it's done anything. It's kind of swelled up a little bit. There's a little bit of warmth going on, but yeah, no, it didn't heat up. So there's another dud ration heater, but he did say that there's a chance that they won't work. It feels like there's a little bit of heat, but not enough to get it going, so that's a shame. So we're going to go and eat the maple roll, the apple maple rolled oats cold, but when we get back inside. Well, that was a little bit of disappointing thrift fan. Thrift fan. We're 2 for 2 on the heatless ration heater, yeah, whatever. They're heatless. They don't work. We haven't got one to work yet. So the flameless, heatless ration heaters, what I was trying to say, don't work. So we're going to try the maple apple rolled oats cold. It feels kind of gloopy anyway, so get the tear notch and see if you can see inside. Yeah, look, it's just like oatmeal, so let's pour this out. Get our spoon and empty it. Is there any left inside? No, not really. We're not going to scrape the sides. We're not really that hungry. So let me just go wash my hands quickly. Let me pour. All right, hands are washed. Let's try some of this without the I've moved it out of the camera range, but there you can see that's our apple maple rolled oats, our Zapple sauce, our crackers, and our Pop-Tarts, and this makes up the complete meal, or the complete contents of this particular MRE. And we've already drunk the nasty ass MRE coffee, so let me try and pick this up here and try and get us mouthful without dropping it anywhere. Ooh, that is very, very appley and actually very good, and certainly something you don't need to heat up, and is quite palatable cold. So you don't actually need to add this. We're just doing it to add the contents of the MRE to for this particular dish, and we're going to use both sugars, which is going to make it incredibly sweet, I know. But I don't have that many sweets that often. I mean, I do, but I haven't had anything sweet in quite a while. So let's mix all that in, and that'll give it a little bit more creamy sweetness to this particular meal. Then what I'll probably do is pause it while I eat it and give you my overall review at the end. Well, that actually didn't sweeten it up as much as I thought it would, and whether or not that made it any creamier, I do not know. But it's a pretty decent oatmeal, and with this apple sauce, I mean, we've got lots of apple going on in this particular meal, which may be the only downside, but everything is really nice. Not award-winning nice, or gonna, get many likes on Instagram or Facebook if you particularly posted this this meal to your timeline. But for me, in an emergency, for a $3 MRE that's almost out of date, there ain't a bad thing I can say about it, except for maybe that the napkin was a little bit weak. But weak napkins are not things that you're gonna eat. Oh my god, I had the fucking fresh nap I could have washed my hands with. We use that to wash up afterwards. But the oats, just kind of like an oatmeal, although they do taste a little bit more, I can't say homemade, but they taste a little bit different to the kind of instant oatmeals that you may buy, like the Quaker Oats or the store name brand that you may buy that are cheaper, but exactly the same as the Quaker Oats. Not unpleasant at all. In fact, pretty damn nice. Let's try a little bit of a cracker with the oatmeal. This is something MRE Steve tells you to do. Put some of your MRE cracker in with your entree. It makes it a little bit different. And holy shit, that almost gives you the apple pie type of flavor going on. So with this one, because that's the biggest cracker, I don't know if you can see this, let's see if we can get the majority of the peanut butter out on this one. Maybe I need a bigger hole. That's exactly what I need. And let's just squish the whole peanut butter sachet onto this one. And you can see what I'm trying to do there. I'm trying to squeeze it down from the bottom. And oh, something's fell in the oatmeal. That's right. It's a lip balm. It's what we elevate tiny little shit on. But they're almost the same color. Almost the same color. So the peanut butter from the MRE is pretty much the same. If I squidge a little shit, yeah, they're almost the same texture. So you can kind of see what the humor. I'm trying to do this. If I, oh, get out and walk, you bastard! There you go. Sorry, there was some very, very inappropriate toilet humor during meal time, but yeah, there we go. We've kind of pretended that the peanut butter was little shit in its infancy, before it was formed. So there's the. I don't know if I should say. I'm sure I'm gonna get another MRE peanut butter, but I was gonna save the packaging because I'm a little bit of a geek like that. But probably not, because we have actually got another one of these rations identical. So let's get a spoonful of the Zapple, and let's kind of spread our peanut butter on there, and we fold it in half. You kind of got a little peanut butter sandwich. Very, very good. So I'm going to pause it and get back to you when I'm done. Alright, Thrift Fam, so as you can see in front of me, my MRE dish is pretty empty. And I keep forgetting to get it out on the tray and say, nice. Just like Steve MRE, 1989. But maybe I'll remember to do that in my next video. At least I gotta do it once just to pay homage. And somehow, Mini Meat Stick keeps falling down. Perhaps he's got himself into my little marijuana pantry and had a toke of his own. Too many. But that's the last bite of the Pop-Tart. And we'll wash that down with the last of the cocoa. And even though I'm talking with my mouth full, I don't care. It's the TSP. Your family. If you're a new subscriber, get used to it. If it's going to make you unsubscribe, good for you. So I'm going to finish this afterwards. Because it's a lot to drink all at one go. And not to mention with all the kind of apple and sweetness and chocolate, it's going to be a little bit sickly to put everything all into my system at the same time. But I'm going to drink that throughout the evening as I smoke, as I'm sure I will be doing as soon as I finished videoing this particular episode and upload it. I will finish that over the course of the night, and I guess that's kind of what you do. You'd fill up your water canteen with your electrolyte beverage as a little treat and change from the water. So goodness, I got hiccups from eating all of that. And there was a little burp. And maybe that'll be my thing. I burp after each MRE that I eat rather than getting in out on the train saying, nice. A burp. And burp is a complimentary way of thanking someone for a meal in some parts of the world. And Baby Pamplin, our very own Becky P, she's a nurse and said that burping's healthy. So Becky P, that burp's for you, baby girl. So I'm going to wash that down with the last of the MRE cocoa. Oh god, that got stuck in the throat. It's okay, I'm not going to die. Something's happened. You've gone out of focus. We've lost a little shit. There they are. They're back in focus now. I don't know what went on there. But that's the meal finished. And you can see very, very little is left. Maybe a little tiny dreg of the oatmeal. But yeah, that was a pretty decent meal. Pretty hearty breakfast, I'm going to say. I do feel particularly full. For personal reasons, I found the crackers and the peanut butter the best part of the meal. The Zapple sauce, very cool, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just kind of like apple sauce, and the oatmeal was very much just like oatmeal. Unlike the maple sausage, which was surprisingly good. It's a lot better than I expected. This was as I excuse me, the oatmeal certainly was pretty much what I expected I was gonna get. The Zapple sauce, I'm not sure what I was expecting, but kind of a little bit, you know, like some of the pudding or the applesauce cardons that you get. It tasted a little bit different to those. I'm trying to think, more like Jello. Sorry, the burps just keep coming, baby P. Excuse me, I shouldn't really be burping through this. Maybe should pause, but yeah, kind of had like kind of a donut filling kind of texture and flavor to it, rather than the kind of apple sauce that you kind of get. It's a bit like baby food. The Pop-Tart was just a regular brown sugar Pop-Tart, but still pretty good. Lots of sweetness in this particular MRE. Possibly could have done with something to salty to just balance it out, but the crackers and the peanut butter certainly did add as a nice accompaniment to this little meal. And as I said, I'm pretty full. And I still have my electrolyte beverage to finish. So this has been my second MRE, almost out of date MRE review. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. And we do have at least another, let me think, 8 of these to come. And as I said, if you do have an MRE that you'd like me to review, I would be only too happy to do that for you because I do love MREs and I'm keen to try very many different ones. So that's it, Thrift Fam. Thanks for watching this shit video production, and we will see you next time on the Thrift Store Prepper. Take it easy.